This is a walk around of a 1956 Continental Mark II. Now, I keep wanting to call it a Lincoln, but technically, I guess Ford has it as its own brand, the Continental brand. And right there, look at all those little letters, Continental. But then, I'm pretty sure that's a Lincoln emblem right there. So, I don't know. It's a Continental. I'll call it a Lincoln. Great little emblem right here too. Look at that. It's got stainless steel all the way down the side there. I'm sure that's stainless. Beautiful hubcaps too. Amazing hubcaps. This car's equipped with white wall radial tires. So I was just driving it and we were doing 70 miles an hour on the freeway and it just drives great. It's a nice, comfortable, big car, but the handling's feels more like a 50s European car than a 50s American car. It's a little bit stiffer, a little tighter. Look at these lines on this car. Here we go, let's park it right here. Long deck, just love it. Yeah, I believe that they lost money on every one of these that they made. And I think it was a $10,000 car when it was new, which was crazy money back then. Look at that rear end. There's the Continental hump where the spare tire goes. And there literally is where the spare tire goes. And again, look, Continental. Look at this knight. Look at that guy. And then this is how you get in the rear, in the trunk, right there. That's really cool. And then this is another cool feature. Where's the gas cap? Well, it's right here. Pull on this right here, and the whole thing comes out. There's the gas cap. What a way to gas the car up. Whoops, and bangs right back in place. Let's have a look under the hood. Try and do it one-handed. And I did it. Beautiful valve covers. It's an air-conditioned car. Factory AC, I'm assuming, looking at all of this crazy copper piping. I mean, that looks 1950s to me. It's a very, very good running car. And then let's have a look at the interior. It's got this beautiful white interior that Paul, the owner of the car, had done. I guess rodents got into it and nibbled on a couple of pieces, so we just had the whole thing reupholstered. Look at that door panel. And then this is, you just push back on here to open the door. It's just amazing. This is the power windows. This little quarter window, that's power. Crazy. The dashboard. Wow, what a dashboard. That's leather. It's a full leather dash. And then the gauges, full instrumentation on the gauges. They're beautiful. They're like a silver green color. It's lovely. And down there is the climate controls. And the back seat. It's very comfortable once you get back in there. Again, beautiful leather back seat. Look at all this trim work down here, all the way down the B pillar. Beautiful, beautiful car. Ooh, one last thing. See if I can get in there. Even the trunk is finished to a high standard. So let's see if I get the right one. Let's see if I got it right. Yes. Here Here we go. Look at this. Ta-da! Just in case you weren't too sure what you were in, there's one more Lincoln insignia. Or is that Continental? Maybe that was just in particular for the Continental. And there is the air conditioning. It has trunk mounted AC. I believe that's the sight glass. And then the AC vents, and I tried them, they blow. They're up there. There's two in the roof on either side. So I guess each person gets one. Look at that headliner. Wow. What a great car. These vents right here is where the air conditioning air comes in. Fresh air for the air conditioner. And again, I'm sure you take this piece off to get to it to service it, but that's the sight glass, I believe. So this is part of Paul Watts' car collection. He amassed quite a collection of 50s Americana and a couple of European cars, a Rolls-Royce and a Jaguar. But that's how I got to know Paul. But his American cars have been really interesting to me. 57 Cadillac, 49 Cadillac, a Model A that's in flawless condition. But this is his Continental. It's a video of the 1956 Continental in its garage at home. This is Paul's garage. He's a collector of brass era brass, as you can see, and 50s Americana. Doesn't it just look happy in here? Hey, and here we go for a drive in a 1956 Continental. We're going to go on the freeway, see how she rides on the freeway. Put the power window up. And she goes around corners really well. We're hitting this corner at, I don't know, 30 miles an hour, and it's taking it no problem at all. It handles a lot better than your typical 50s cars. It's more European, actually. Let's give it some gas. And there we go. We're up to freeway speeds already. All right. We're running at just over 2,000 RPM. And we're doing 65 miles an hour, which is the speed limit. And she's running nice and smooth. Up to 70 now. Steering wheel's off just a teeny bit. That needs to get recentered, but any alignment shop can do that. It's just a teeny bit, but something to point out. Turn signal's working. Got the turn signal on right now. And firm brakes. Nice brakes, but firm. Okay, it feels more European than your typical 50s American car. Okay, we're going to do a video of the underside of the Lincoln. Okay, there's the gas tank. As you can see, it's not show quality concourse detail, but it's very nice and clean underneath here. Looks like rear silencers were replaced not too long ago. Spare tire housing is in really good shape here. Of course, the frame's in great shape. Okay, underneath here we have an electric fuel pump. There's the filter, there's the pump. That's an auxiliary pump for if the car's sat a while, or if it's a hot start issue. There's a switch just by the underneath the dashboard left of the steering wheel. You just switch that on temporarily to get it pressurized up, and the car will fire right up. There's a crossover tube here for the exhaust. And mellow down that exhaust note. There's the rear end. There's a little bit of dampness here, but nothing to worry about. Looks like the shock absorbers are newer. And then we're coming down the drive shaft. Whoops, I'm sorry, I'm going everywhere here. Coming down the drive shaft. And then we have a big frame box section here. Never seen that before. It's kind of neat looking, because we got frame rails down this side too. Look at that. That's one heck of a frame. Jeez. Wow. Floors look great. And this is almost a 70-year-old car, and floors are just great on it. As I come down here, view the floors. Looks like the upholstery guy used a lot of screws to tie stuff down, but not the end of the world. And then if we look up here between the frame, this big frame rail, you can see the transmission. And it looks nice and dry, nice and clean. And let's have a look at the transmission pan itself. And again, that looks nice and clean. Bell housing, very clean. And there's the oil pan. Again, good shape, really nice shape. There's the suspension, lower control arms. It's kind of dark here. Let's see if we can get a better view of this. There's the fuel pump. That's the mechanical fuel pump, which is a good unit, but like I said, if it's sat a long while, you've got to crank it to get the oil pressure, to get the fuel pressure up. It's a lot easier just turn that electric fuel pump on, which will fill this and then fill the carburetor. Make it a really easy start for you every time. There's the exhaust pipes coming through the inner fenders. This was factory. And then they come down along the outside of a frame rail down here. So it's kind of crazy to see that there's no exhaust when you look underneath the car. They hit it up in the frame rail. It's a really, really interesting design. Almost hot roddy. Look, there's the exhaust coming through. And then it comes up through here. And then out through there. So then it comes right back up here and comes out of those tips there. That's the underside of the 56 Lincoln.